Okay, children, a very good morning to all of you. In the previous class, I discussed the properties. What is parallelogram, trapezium, and what are the properties of parallelogram? One properties I had discussed. I have remembered. The first property was what? The opposite side. Both pair of opposite sides of a parallelogram are what? Equal. Okay, children. Before I discuss the other two properties, there are many more properties of parallelogram, but we are given only three properties, so we will discuss only three properties as per your syllabus. Now children, tell me, before we go to investigate or find further properties of parallelogram, I would like to ask one question. See, in the previous class I said what is trapezium and what is parallelogram. While discussing trapezium, what I said? I said if one pair of opposite sides only, what? Parallel. We call it a trapezium. But if both pairs of opposite sides parallel, then what? The quadrilateral is called the quadrilateral becomes a what? It becomes a parallelogram. Now children, one question arises here. What is the relation between trapezium and a parallelogram? Is every trapezium a parallelogram? And is the converse true? I mean, whether trapezium is a parallelogram or not, and every parallelogram is a trapezium or not. That is the question. Anyone who can answer? See children, what will be the answer? Let me tell you the answer. Every trapezium, you see, a parallelogram, you see, as we came to know that in a parallelogram, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. But in a trapezium, only one pair of opposite sides parallel. See, here is the figure of a parallelogram. This is the figure of a, suppose, trapezium. See, in trapezium, only one pair of opposite sides parallel. But in parallelogram, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Now the point is, how a trapezium will be a parallelogram? Because in a trapezium, only one pair of opposite sides parallel. So it cannot be a what? It cannot be a parallelogram. But what about parallelogram? In a parallelogram, both pairs, this side parallel, and this side parallel. So it will be a trapezium. So what I mean to say that every parallelogram is a what? Every parallelogram or a parallelogram is a trapezium, but the converse is not true. That means a trapezium need not be a what? A trapezium need not be a parallelogram, but every parallelogram is a what? Your trapezium. So that is the relation, or that is the difference between, you can say, a trapezium and a parallelogram. Okay, let us now discuss more properties of parallelogram. What is the second property? First property I said both pairs of opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Okay, now children, if both pairs of opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal, then what will be the converse? What will be the converse of this statement? If both pairs of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then definitely the quadrilateral will be a what? It will become a parallelogram, because in a parallelogram, both pairs of opposite sides are what? Equal. So if both pairs of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then it must be a what? It must be a parallelogram. Like A equal to B. If A equal to B, then definitely B equal to A. The converse is also true. Similar is the case. Okay. Now let us investigate the second property. So to find the second property, see, suppose this is a parallelogram. See, suppose ABCD is a parallelogram. Now you draw. Actually the proof is not there. Otherwise I would have discussed. There is no need to discuss the proof, geometrical proof. It will take a long time. It will be discussed in class 9. So you see, if ABCD is a parallelogram, you draw any parallelogram ABCD, you can easily draw. Okay. By drawing ABCD, any parallelogram ABCD, then you measure this angle and this angle. Measure angle A and angle C with protractor. See, angle A and C are what angles? They are opposite angles. Similarly, angle B and D are what angles? They are also opposite angles. Now you measure angle A and C. You will be surprised to see or know that these two angles will be of same measure. Their measure will be same. If this is 120 degree, this will be 120 degree. If angle A is 120, angle C will also be 120, provided ABCD is a what? Is a parallelogram. Similarly, this angle B and angle D will also be equal. Their measure will be same. Okay. So from this what we can say? We can conclude that opposite angles of a parallelogram are also equal. Both pairs of opposite angles. That means opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. This is the second property. You have to remember. Then only you can apply it to problems. Otherwise you cannot solve problems based on your parallelogram. If you do not remember the properties, if you do not understand the properties, you cannot solve problems on parallelogram. Okay. So opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Okay, always equal, like opposite sides. So this is the second property, that is your angle A equal to angle C in this particular figure and angle B equal to angle B. Okay. So this is the second property. Let us now find what is the third property. Okay. Now the third property says, you see, let me draw the figure once again. So what is the third property of your parallelogram? Suppose A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. It is given that ABCD is a parallelogram. That means both pairs of opposite sides of this quadrilateral are parallel. It is already given to you. Okay. Now let us see. Now see A and C. While discussing polygon, I said, you see, A and C are what vertices? They are non-consecutive vertices. And if we join any two non-consecutive vertices, we will get a what? We will get a diagonal. So let us join this non-consecutive AC. So here AC is one diagonal. Similarly, BD is another diagonal. See, BD is another diagonal. Okay. Now, so you draw any parallelogram ABCD and join the two diagonals, that is AC and BD. Suppose they intersect at the point O. Suppose their point of intersection. The point of intersection of the two diagonals is suppose O. Okay. So after joining the two diagonals, now what you will do? Actually, geometrical proof I am not doing now. Just I am simply saying, please remember this formula. I mean this property. Okay. We are simply discussing the property and we have to remember the property. Understand as well as remember the property. Proof is not necessary at this stage. Okay. So you see, when you join, on joining the two diagonals, you will find, if you take the scale and if you measure the length of OA, now you measure OA and OC. Suppose the length of AC, is 12 centimeter. Suppose. If the length of AC is 12 centimeter and the length of BD is say your 10 centimeter. Now on joining the two diagonals of the parallelogram, if you take scale and if you measure the length of OA and OC, you will be surprised to know that their length are equal. And if AC is 12 centimeter, this will be 6 centimeter and this will be 6 centimeter. Okay? Children, once again I am saying, you draw any parallelogram ABCD, join the two diagonals. Suppose the length of diagonal AC is 12 centimeter and the length of diagonal BD is say 10 centimeter. After joining the two diagonals, let them intersect at the point O. Okay? Now you take your scale or ruler, then measure the length of OA, then measure the length of OC. You will be surprised to see or note that the length of OA will be 6 centimeter and the length of OC will be also 6 centimeter. So what does it mean? It means that the diagonal has been bisected. The diagonal has been bisected. Bisected means what? To divide anything into two equal parts or two equal halves. As the length of AC was 12 centimeter. And when OA equal to 6 centimeter and OC equal to 6 centimeter, what will be the conclusion? The conclusion is the diagonal AC has been bisected into two equal parts or two equal halves. The length of each part being how many centimeter? 6 centimeter. Okay. Similarly, you measure OB and OD. You will see it will be 5 centimeter and this will be 5 centimeter. Provided BD is 10 centimeter. Okay. So, children, from this what can we conclude about a parallelogram? What can we conclude about the two diagonals of a parallelogram? See, when we joined the two diagonals, we found they intersected at the point O. Okay. After intersecting, apart from intersecting each other at the point O, what else did we find or we see? We saw that OA equal to OC and OB equal to OD. So what we call mathematical this statement. This statement is mathematically called what? We call it that the two diagonals they bisect each other. That means we say that AC and BD they bisect each other. Where? At the point of O. That means O is the point of bisection. O is the point of bisection where the two diagonals of parallelogram ABCD bisect. So what is the conclusion? What is the property then? Now we can easily say that the diagonals of a parallelogram they bisect each other. How it is? We cannot discuss the proof now. Even if we discuss, it has no meaning. Okay, because the question on proof is not coming. It will come in class 9 and there we will discuss. Okay, so at present we have to remember. Simply we have to understand and remember those properties and we will just apply it in problem. Okay. So what will be the third property of a parallelogram? The two diagonals of a parallelogram, they always what? They bisect each other. What is the meaning of bisect? I think you understood. You see, if AC and BD bisect, that means the length of OA and OC will be equal and the length of OB and OD will also be equal. If OA equal to OC and OB equal to OD, then only we say that the two diagonals bisect each other. Okay. So let us summarize. Let us write the point. What is the property? Diagonals of the two diagonals. Diagonals means two diagonals. Diagonals of a parallelogram here bisect each other. So what is the meaning? And mathematically how to state this? This is the property. How to state this property mathematically? What is the mathematical meaning of this property? Already I have explained here. That is what is the meaning? That is OA equal to OC. See, if AC is the diagonal, these are the two parts, and the two parts OA and OC will be equal, and it will be equal to half of AC, and OB equal to OD. These two parts into which the diagonal BD has been divided, the two parts will also be equal. Then only we say that they bisect. So OB equal to OD is half of BD. See, but AC and BD are not equal. The two diagonals are not equal. Okay, the two diagonals, they bisect each other at the point of bisection. What is the meaning of bisect? I have written here. If AC and BD bisect each other, it means OA and OC will be equal, and both will be equal to half of AC. Similarly, OB and OD will be equal, and both of them will be equal to, or each one of them will be equal to half of BD. So this is the meaning, mathematical meaning of the two diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, children, I discussed all the three properties of parallelogram. Okay, so with this we completed about parallelogram. Then we will, in the next class we will discuss. See, in the next class we will discuss about more types of quadrilateral, namely your rhombus, square, and rectangle. So trapezium and parallelogram we discussed in detail. Okay. Still there are many more properties we will discuss in senior classes. But at present whatever is necessary and is as per your syllabus I discussed. Okay. So the other special types of quadrilateral, namely your rhombus, square, and your rectangle will be discussed in the next class, so that the chapter will come to an end, and then we will discuss few problems of this particular chapter which generally come in the exam. Okay children, I hope whatever I discussed you must have understood. Okay, thank you.